And it's a big one. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Morning Girls, Bedoni and Chasky. The Warriors' Jimmy Butler has torn his ACL and is out for the season. And last night's Warriors win over the Miami Heat, 135-112. Happened in the third quarter, 7:41 mark. He's trying to leave for a pass that Pajemski threw him. Collided with Heat guard Davion Mitchell. Twisted the knee. That was all she wrote. It looked bad. It is bad. And we're going to be reacting to it all morning, all week, months. It's a huge loss. And there's ramifications everywhere. We got the trade deadline in a couple weeks. There's so your mind goes everywhere when something like this happens. First and foremost, it sucks for Jimmy Butler. It sucks for the person. I feel like that gets lost in the shuffle sometimes when we have these sort of things. It's always the team. Where do we go from here? What happens next? Is the season over? All of that. And the season's not over. It's January 20th. And the Warriors lost their second best player for this season. And potentially all of next season, because who knows? He's older. Our open, Joe, it says, it's time to wake up. I think all of us woke up this morning, checked our phone, is like, I'll go back to sleep. That's how Warriors fans are feeling. It's like, really? After not only did we lose Nick Bosa? If you're a Bay Area sports fan, let's just take a step back here. Nick Bosa, torn ACL, fractured or separated ankle for Fred Warner. George Kittle, torn Achilles, and now Jimmy Butler, torn ACL. It honestly, this 6-7 month stretch, whatever it is, of all these injuries, one of the most brutal I've ever seen in any sports market. Just all feelings are valid today, and I want to hear from the Warriors fans, 888-957-9570. Just devastating, Joe. Devastating.
I mean, forget the whole year, just the last month.
Yeah.
Basically, January of 2026. Brandon Ayuk has been speeding past Levi's Stadium, never to play football again. You lost the number 1 seed to Seattle. You lost George Kittle to an Achilles. You lost to Seattle in the playoffs. Now the Rams versus Seattle will play each other in the NFC Championship game with an opportunity to win a Super Bowl at Levi Stadium. JK demanded a trade. The Dodgers got Kyle Tucker and are trying to complete the Infinity Stones. And now Jimmy Butler goes down. It's been a horrible start to 2026. Just an absolutely horrible start. And I just keep coming to, like, poor Jimmy, this sucks. Where do they go from here? How do they figure out a way to compete? And my mind just starts racing. Like, there's the Jimmy aspect. There's the Steph aspect. Yeah. There's the coach aspect. There's the Draymond aspect. And then we get to the brass tacks, which is the Kuminga situation. So there's like 7 million layers to this bean dip.
And Buddy Hield and Jonathan Kuminga, both of, the teammates closest to Jimmy Butler, I think most of us would agree, were the ones that were helping him off the court, obviously, to the locker room. And it is a cruel twist of fate, Joe, that the team it happened against was the Miami Heat, where Jimmy Butler took that team twice to the NBA Finals, obviously traded last year for Andrew Wiggins, who got a standing ovation yesterday, got the video tribute because it was his first time back in Golden State as a member of the Miami Heat. So it really was just like, wow. Everything that could go wrong for Bay Area sports fans, as you just mentioned, has gone wrong in a span of 20 days. Joe, it's 20 days into the year, and this is what's happened. I'm really gutted for Jimmy Butler, though, man. Like, he was playing so well. He was, and we all, and I hate to be this guy, we all knew this was a possibility because of the age. When your two best players are over the age of 35 in a young man's league, and yesterday, Steph Curry got announced as an all-star starter. Joe, he's the only all-star starter that's over the age of 31. Both leagues. He's the only one. It's a young man's game now more than ever. So when your two best players are older, that have a lot of wear and tear in the regular season, in the playoff season, all of that, like, your mind starts to wander, as you just said, hey, I mean, this year, what about next year? But I can only focus on the here and now, and that's what we're going to try to do today as a fan base. You're going to try to focus on the here and now because the trade deadline's a couple weeks away. You're still battling to be a playoff team. The Warriors, and this is the other part, They were playing so well down the stretch. They've been playing so much better.
They're 12-4 since December 18th. They're 6-1 on the homestand.
Yeah.
They're climbing 6 games above 500 at 25-19.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
He was averaging 20 points, 5.6 rebounds.
Into my mind.
Yeah, please. Because I think you speak for a lot of how fans are feeling right now. And it's all over the place.
As heartless as this sounds, just as a fan, these are the things that are racing through my mind. Can you trade Jimmy? As cruel as that does sound. You know, they did it last year with the expiring deal of Anthony Melton, who was on a 1-year deal, tore his knee, and they used that money to get them something good. I mean, even if he comes back next year, it's probably going to be into the season. What's he going to look like? Can you trade the money? Who wants him? Who wants that money? Who wants a rehabbing player? What, they just want the cap relief of an expiring deal? Boy, that feels very unlikely. Like, if I'm the team on the receiving end, when could he even play? If I'm the Warriors, when can he even play? All right, now the next one is Kuminga. Can Kuminga replace him?
Huh.
Do you keep him? Is that even an option? Has that ship sailed? Can he help you right now? Is he ready to play right now mentally? Because he got asked to play the other day and he didn't want to play. Will Kerr actually play him? Will he stick with him? Or have things gotten so bad between them, they are unable to heal it? As a fan, are you willing to give JK another shot? Which I think is a fascinating question. A fascinating question. And then, what does it tell you if Steve Kerr doesn't play him now?
Oh, well.
All right. Now,
is it up to Steve or JK?
Now we get to the deal Kuminga part. All right. Deal Kuminga for what? Now that you don't have Jimmy, what exactly are you looking for? How much does that change? And then with who? So you're dealing Kuminga with what? Picks? With Moody? With Jimmy?
Duh.
With Dre? You know, I was more apt to send some picks out with Kuminga to get me back something. I'm very hesitant this morning to do that because those picks I thought would be in the 20s. Now I'm thinking they're going to be in the lottery. All right. What does this mean for Draymond Green? Dre and Jimmy clearly couldn't play ball together. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right. Well, since they couldn't play together, Jimmy was more important than Dre. Now, does this elevate Draymond's role? Not sure I really want Draymond having a bigger role at this point in his career. Are we kind of teetering on an injury there?
Yes.
Do you consider trading Draymond Green? Now, because Jimmy's out and he's off the table completely to get you something big, do you package JK and Draymond to go away? Is that an unthinkable concept now that you don't have Jimmy Butler? You have to keep Draymond. I don't know. Like, I start thinking about Draymond. And then it brings me to now, what is the goal of the season now? What's the goal for the next 15 days of the trade deadline?
I mean, where do you go from here?
Joe, what is the goal for the next 15 days? How do you look at the micro and macro of the organization? What does this do to Steph?
I do not want to be in Mike Dunleavy's shoes, Joe. I think he is in a no-win situation right now because I think the fan base is going to look at it and say, hey, if you don't make a big trade, hey, this is Stephen Curry's team, man. Then you're telling us if you don't do anything that we're just going to watch the Kobe years in LA towards the end with Stephen Curry here in Golden State. That's basically what you're going to be telling.
But you also,
but I can't be mad at Dunleavy because he can't mortgage the future right now. Because
Joe, the current is a debacle.
Well, that's the whole thing, Joe. If the current's a debacle, then I can get a pick. Then you see, this is going to be the thing now.
I'm not even sure I trust them making the picks.
Well, someone's got to make a pick.
No, I know. But this is the yin and yang of a fan. And that's why, to me, the most plausible thing to think about this morning as I laid all that out, because we all know, and we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but the unthinkable is trading Steph Curry. And if it was a 0% chance, a day ago, what is it, 3 or 4% chance today? But we're still we're not even going to, I'm not going to entertain that. We got 15 days to the deadline. You want to keep Kuminga? You want to play Kuminga? Are they going to play Kuminga? Is Kerr going to, I'm just rat-a-tat-tatting all the questions.
He was asked after the game. We have the sound.
Here's the other part. Before I make any Kuminga decision, and I'm not trying to like come down too hard, but let's call it what it is. Steve Kerr, are you going to be here? Are you going to be? Now, to play it fair, we don't know the specifics other than Joe Lacob saying that he has an offer to Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Maybe the offer, Steve didn't view it as good enough. But like any decision I make on Jonathan Kuminga, doesn't it have to have in the back of my head some idea of who's the coach next year?
You would think.
Right? Any trade that involves Jonathan Kuminga, don't I have to think, well, Jimmy's not going to be ready till, and this is being optimistic, middle of next year?
Maybe.
Joe, it's almost February.
He's 36 years old having an ACL injury.
And the last big ACL injury they had was Melton. Now, he looks pretty good, but it was kind of a slow start to the year.
And how old is DeAnthony Melton?
Oh, he's 10 years
27.
Yeah, he's 10 years younger. But then, like, let me play the other side of it. And he looks good right now. The flip side is Klay Thompson, which he recovered from the ACL injury only to tear his Achilles.
Correct. And
maybe it's somewhere in between.
Jimmy Butler is a guy that has prided himself in his game on elite work ethic, strength, conditioning, wanting it more than the other person. Like, you can want it as much as you want. You have a soft tissue injury at this stage of your career in the NBA. I mean, we all know what happens. You're not going to be the same player. And listen, I don't want to bet against Jimmy Butler in this. I hope he proves everyone wrong. But that's immediately where my mind goes. Like, oh, well, his career might be over, which sucks.
Just say it out loud. 36-year-old ACL torn injury.
His career might be over. We're saying it with Kittle with an Achilles. And I know Kittle was happy-go-lucky yesterday, in the locker room when they're all packing up their stuff, talking to the media, saying their goodbyes. He's like, yeah, it wasn't the worst Achilles injury ever. I could have gotten drilled in my heels. Like, yeah, but it's an Achilles injury at this stage of your career, and your whole game is predicated on size, speed, and strength, just like in basketball. I don't know. I don't know.
We have months to kind of break down like what Jimmy looks like moving forward. They've got 15 days to figure this out. So like
that's the time. Also, you just mentioned it. The timing of the injury is just
so we got the deadline. We got the deadline on February 5th. Yeah. Okay. So now I ask you, like, I think the team quit on him and he quit on the team. I'm talking about Kuminga.
Okay.
That's my belief. I think both are true. He quit on the team. They quit on him. You could say the chicken or the egg. What came first? Kerr probably quit on JK before JK quit on the team. But he did. Like, JK quit on the team. He had an opportunity to go in the game. You know, I kind of lost my mind on that one.
Lower back injury.
And he didn't want to go back in. I also remember the Niners quitting on Jimmy Garoppolo and the fans quitting on Jimmy Garoppolo, and Jimmy kind of quitting on the team as well, like 3 different times. And they were ready to give the keys of the organization to Trey Lance. And then Trey went down. Jimmy went back in there. It looked ugly early on. Then he started playing good ball. And wouldn't you know it, like, people were talking themselves into Jimmy Garoppolo again. And then he got hurt. And then Brock showed up. I know it's been kind of a whirlwind, but I guess what I'm saying is like, sports gives you opportunities. And now they have an opportunity to do something with Jonathan Kuminga. Play him, trade him. We go back to JK. And what sucks about all this Jimmy Butler stuff, all the rhetoric about Kerr, Kuminga, stay, go, play, not, superstar, scrub. It sucked the oxygen out of what was a great year for Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
That's the part that's really hard to swallow. So I get to it like, what do you do? And now, forget the goal of the season. What is the goal of the next 15 days? Is it to play Kuminga? Is it to trade Kuminga? What do you do with Draymond? What do you do with Jimmy? Who wants those guys? What could you get back? What do you need? Obviously, anything, everything. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they've backed themselves into this crazy corner, and now we need solutions. 888-957-9570. Are you, as a fan, willing to let bygones be bygones with Kuminga, and do you just have to play him? Or now do you have to trade him?
Where do they go from here, Dub Nation?